The Pixel 8 Pro's design has been leaked before, and it's no surprising. Yes, there is a difference, but we are not here to talk about that because now we can also see a real device in use, or maybe a model, showing off one of its cool new features as well. So we're getting two things in one video. This year's Pixel 8 and 8 Pro is bringing a totally different look to its devices, even though they will still have the camera visor at the back. Now that's a Pixel signature look, so they are keeping it. It's much less boxy compared to the Pixel 6 and the 7's design. It's more closer to the Pixel 5's design aesthetics, a little bit. But one thing at the back of the Pixel 8 Pro's CAD renders made us confused was a tiny sensor below the flash. We had zero idea about it. We were thinking a depth sensor or maybe something else. But no, it's not actually for taking pictures, but for checking your body temperature. Yeah, you heard it right. And this is something that Apple Watch Series 8 and even Samsung's Galaxy Watch 5 and 5 Pro can do too. But the Pixel 8 Pro will do it differently, and that will not actually need your wrist. Of course. Now, what you have to do is that you will have to expose your skin and hold your phone very close to your forehead without even touching it, and move it across the forehead and temple. Now, this is not simple using like a regular infrared thermometer, but it is still handy in certain cases and pretty cool to see. Now, here's the thing. We are hearing that Pixel 8a might not even come. That makes you think, like, what is the Pixel 8 look like? Well, the Pixel 8 is expected to have a 6.16-inch screen. So yeah, it is smaller than the 6.3-inch Pixel 7, and it is very much similar to the 6.1-inch Pixel 7a. You get the point, right? But the phone could be thinner, narrower, and more rounded than the predecessor, the Pixel 7. So you will have much thinner bezels all around, hopefully, and like certainly a small little tiny phone. Pretty cool. The camera hole might also be slightly larger than the Pixel 7. I mean, there is a reason behind it. It's a big reason. The Pixel 8 Pro will also have the same design, more rounded and slimmer design. The phone even might switch from a curved screen to a flatter one. That will be a lot more interesting. Now, certain people might not like it, but most people will. But it actually keeps the 6.7-inch screen size of the Pixel 7 Pro, but it fits in a slightly smaller body, so hopefully more thinner bezels. Now, the Pixel 8 series may also feature Tensor G3 chip. Now, I'm actually liking the thing that Google is putting one chip in almost all the devices. This one, however, will still be made by Samsung on 3nm process node, Samsung Foundry. Now, that also means the Tensor G3 will actually have one ARM Cortex-X3 core running at 3.36 GHz, two Cortex-A715 cores running at 2.6 GHz, and 4 Cortex-A510 cores running at up to 2.3 GHz. Now, the Pixel 8 could still lag behind other Android phones in terms of performance if it uses this older CPUs, because X3, it's old now because ARM is about to reveal the X4 core in a few months. So what you're talking about? But it would still be better than the Tensor G2 chip, which is powering all the current Pixel devices, like all of them. It has 2 Cortex-X1 cores, 2 Cortex-A78 cores, and 4 Cortex-A55 cores. But just like every single year, Google is not focused on the raw performance. It is not trying to top the benchmarking numbers. It is just trying to give you enough performance to do every single task for a few years. They're mostly focused on the AI side of things, and that is all about the NPU. The NPU is custom made by Google, and we have zero idea about it, what it can do, because we will get to know about that soon. But in one area, we know that Google does magic. The real magic is actually in the camera department. And according to a recent leak from Ice Universe, the Google Pixel 8 Pro will actually have a Samsung-made camera sensor, just like last year's models, but that will be the largest one ever on a Pixel phone. Let me tell you about the sensor. This is the Samsung's ISOCELL GN2 sensor, which is a 1/1.12-inch sensor. It's a massive sensor for a phone, and it is a 50 megapixel sensor at 1.4 micrometer size pixels. There is a pixel binning mode, and that creates a 12.5 megapixel photo after combining 4 pixels to 1, and this gives us an effective pixel size of 2.8 micrometer. This is a big improvement over the Pixel 7 Pro's 50 megapixel 1/1.31-inch sensor. Now, if you want to compare this literally, the Galaxy S23 Ultra's 200 megapixel ISOCELL HP2 sensor has actually 2.4 micrometer size pixels in the pixel binning mode, where it actually creates 16:1 pixel binning. Even though that technology is crazy, but it is still a smaller size pixels, a super pixel, let's call it. So definitely the ISOCELL GN2 with Google's camera magic and this hardware should perform better in low light situations, at least on paper. Now, if you don't know, the ISOCELL GN2 can also take 100 megapixel photos. So this Samsung's largest camera sensor can also record 8K 30fps videos, 4K 120fps, and Full HD at 480fps videos as well. So definitely it seems like many high-end phones are using bigger sensors, close to 1-inch sensors in size. So it makes sense for Google to do the same thing for its flagship camera phone. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. What do you think about this? Or what do you think about the temperature sensor? And yes, if you want, you can get some crazy cool wallpapers up on my website. A link down below. Until the next one, bye and take care.